Alright, and welcome back to another night of ESEA Season 21 coverage provided by DGN. I am your host and one half of your commentary duo, Watchdog. I'm joined here by my regular commentary duo.
Your second half.
My second half, my better half, some would say. We are here with Brimstone versus Incept. We are going to let the knife round play out here, and I believe it will go in the favour of, it looks like, Incept here.
So
Now, how do you feel about this game here tonight and the knife round that just went out? Do you feel like, yep, we'll see Incept take the CT side there?
I'm expecting a big play here from Brimstone from the T side. They are, from what I can gather, a reasonably T-sided team. And a map like Cache gives you a lot of opening and a lot of play on the T side. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Incept go for the aggressive plays given Brimstone's, aggressive tendency themselves. Now that the new M4A1, I do believe, has had a nerf as well, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they pick up that. I do believe nerfs carry on into ESEA.
What will also be interesting here is Incept are actually a CGPL team, so they are in the Cyber Gamer Pro League this year, and we all know Brimstone rather well here. Nice shots there coming out from Azza and Frisky, shutting down Zud and Elixir, but the bomb plant will go down.
Brimstone, of course, I do believe they are a
CGA team.
Yeah, CGA.
Yeah, so this will be interesting to see how a CGA holds up against a CGP team. We have seen them take on the likes of Invite and main teams before, but...
Oh, shot there from Frisky. Getting frisky.
Might be the man here to...
Now he just has to dance, and he knows it. He's only got to dance. If he keeps going, he's gonna do this. He just need keep running. Ah. Decides to go for the peak, takes him out anyway.
Very nice first round there from Brimstone.
Oh yeah, Frisky keeping it alive in the end. Lovely shot from him, and then just dances around the box, so easy round. Now, technical issue here for Incept. One of their players has dropped, maybe a bit of lag or something.
Yep, so I believe that the match will be paused. Oh, so we just lost two. Oh, okay, so...
AMD.
It actually could be. So with the recent update that we will talk about a bit later tonight, there are a lot of issues at the moment with AMD-based, not only graphics, but also CPUs. So we might have a few technical issues tonight. Not on our side for once, which is just going to be amazing, but...
Yeah, hey, so if you put everything to low, sorry about the quality of the actual, textures and everything. I've had to put everything to low, otherwise my game crashes, because I am a cheap man. I do not have much money, and I do run an AMD-based system because of that. But it seems to be working perfectly fine now.
So we have seen one of the players here be able to reconnect.
Wet shaking, by the way, is my water bottle of ice, because it's fucking hot in Perth. There's no other way to describe it. Apologise to any youngsters out there, but it is ridiculous. Now, hopefully the other player can get back in soon, because this gives Brimstone a lot of time to think up strategy. And vice versa, though, gives Incept a lot of time, and being a CGPL team,
Definitely could say that they should have the upper hand here, and hopefully we will see that come out tonight from them. We have seen, like I said, Brimstone tackle the likes of some CGI and CGM teams, which is definitely punching way above their belt there, but they were able to hold their own, and I believe actually come out with the win on one of them as well. And, yep, we do have the fifth player reconnecting now, so I believe once everything is okay, the pause will be undone.
Now, they have decided to force buy here, and luckily he keeps his money when he reconnects and his weapons, because
indeed
that could have been a bit dire. He had already bought before they both disconnected, so
now it's going to be interesting to see how these CZs go up against the two AKs, the P90 on Insanity there, and the MP on Dr. Janitor.
I mean, the P90 obviously on rounds like this is evil. Because it gives you aim punch no matter whether you got armor or not, because the sheer fire rate of it, you get hit 3 times and your aim does go a lot higher than it should normally, even with armor. We do see a stack towards the A site here though from Incept, and It's not a bad call. I think Brimstone might have a read on the buy here, because they are playing very passive and expecting a push here from the Incept players, but they are just holding, not wanting to really give away this round. It looks like Brimstone is slowly heading towards B, which is, of course, the correct read. We still have 3 players over here on the A side.
Playing very passively, though, waiting just for any CTs to peak, but there's going to be the Ts that will need to peak first here. And it seems like the CTs will know that it is that B-side. It's going to be up to Man from Malta. He gets a nice shot onto Janitor and a nice shot onto Barry Walsh. 12 rounds left in that CZ, though.
Gets 4.
Also takes out Azza. No ammunition left. He's going to have to go for a knife and gets taken down by
That's
Frisky.
an insane hold there.
The CTs were able to rotate thanks to Man from Malta's hold there. That was an amazing round there from Incept, and they take the second round. And
let's be fair. Let's be fair. That's an amazing round from Man from Malta. They left him alone on that B side. Like,
amazing hold. We thought that the one player on the B side meant that certain doom for Incept there, but they were actually able to hold that site and get the rotate in just on time. So we will see Incept pick up at least one of those AKs and the UMP. Take an M4 onto Kulix. Insanity with a nice boost with the Deeg here. Isn't going to be able to find the head of anyone in Z, though. Might find a player here now, though, but Chaotic is ready for it with the MP.
Insanity trying to go for that one Deeg there. He just wanted to get a nice little headshot onto a player on mid. Try and get the advantage that you get from getting one pick. And on T side, especially when you're down without the weapons, getting that one pick gives you a lot of confidence to be able to take a site. You know they're going to be one man short, but in doing so, gets his head taken off there. Maybe not the best of ideas. I'd like to see just a quick rush here from Brimstone onto a site. Maybe quicker than they did that B rush, man.
We are going to see Janitor be boosted up, though. Try and get a refrag in mid, and even out. I think they might actually be boosting 2 here.
So we are going to see most likely a mid to A here. Or even just trying to take mid control for the weapons. I do think Incept are aware.
Yeah, taking mid control right now would be the best move. And Walsh, Barry, getting a bit distracted there, takes out his own teammate. And that leaves Cool Jinx and Chaotic to clean up the rest there. Barry Walsh there getting a bit fuzzled there, I think.
Fuzzled.
And actually taking out one of his own teammates. So the round will go to Incept, and Brimstone now, they're going to have to... Insanity's the only one that's bored. He's got a P250, and it is going to be a full eco, and I think we should see the Glock train go to one site. That would be the preferred play here, I believe, but we are actually going to see them again spread out and play for picks here. So, I feel like that is the wrong decision on an eco like this.
They're expecting Incept to play aggressive, is what I'm guessing. They're expecting them to think that they are the better team, and they're going to play aggressive. Brimstone, being a decent team themselves, have gone, alright, we know that. Malta, nice bit of information
I was about
he
to
gets
say,
there.
very
Does
nice,
see the back.
very nice boost there from Malta, getting the information on the outside of tree there.
But
Insanity now
they're
pushes
playing
out
wow.
to the B side, is able to collect 1 kill, isn't going to be able to get that gun because it did go over to highway, and there is another player on site. I think he is aware, but unfortunately Chaotic, in A main, is going to be able to get the shot there onto Insanity. We will see the
If I
T's
see
now.
any smoke shots, I'm calling exploits.
There are some issues after the update with smokes and the visibility through them, so I believe if we do see any tonight, it is not actually on purpose. It would be obviously a accidental exploit that the players, you know...
It's not just that. There are ways to tell if someone is using it from a...
and I believe that, you know, in the event that that does happen, teams do have the right to contest a match, so...
Yeah.
We will see the B site take, though, be easily retaken by Incept here. The plant does go down for Brimstone, and that will give him an okay buy next round. Incept, though, collects an AK.
Here's what it is. Incept, being a smart team, they're playing a very, very passive CT side. They're not giving anything up, and they're playing always with 2 people whenever they try and go for a pick, or whenever there's a push. Now... the one round that they didn't do that, Malta on the B site was set up with that CZ in a way, so even if he does die, he does a lot of damage to the terrorist side before they push. It's just he went a bit ham, and now Brimstone, they're expecting another aggressive push. It's nice to see them actually go fast into the mid here. A well-educated take.
is going to be able to get the frag down onto Cool Jinx, but Chaotic is there to get the refrag on Insanity. And it is not going too well in mid now. Chaotic will take out Frisky. Barry really wants to get that refrag, but he's going to be denied it as the player retreats back up highway there.
So, I mean, well done by Brimstone there to actually push through that smoke and try and take that mid, but they slowed down quite a bit with at least 2 of their players, and that might have just cost them as Incept rotated in with some lovely flashes and nades, doing quite a lot of damage, taking out 2 players and damaging one down to 15 HP. Of course, Brimstone, they are still contesting this mid area. They're like, you've finally given us control, we might as well use it.
They've given them complete control of that mid area though, because now they can play a very nice setup on quad and truck on the A side, and just 2 over on B, 1 on site and 1 on CT, which is an excellent setup because no matter where the T side does decide to go to, there is going to be 2 players, and another player will always be close on the rotate. And it looks like it's going to be
very well played here. Looks
like it's going to be a boost through vents possibly here.
They had the right read. If they had have gone a bit quicker, they would have gotten the B site uncontested. Lovely, lovely play there, man. He manages to get one as they push onto the site. My cat is on my desk. Please get down, Bubba.
The site now will be taken, but the Molotov pushes Janitor out of cover, and Zudmeister will get the shot. Elixir comes up through CT and takes out Barry. A very nice round there from Incept, only losing 2 on that round there, and I don't think Brimstone should force this round here. I believe they should definitely hard eco.
Sorry about that.
We will see Janitor, though, buy himself a P250, and Insanity's going to get a D with armor, Tech 9 and armor, and a few utilities on Azza and Barry here. So I feel like right now would definitely be the time for just a straight-up A rush, and it seems like that is what Brimstone are going to be going with here, a straight-up A rush, and this could be the right read, but now Chaotic is coming in from highway. Janitor in a great spot to catch him out, though. Isn't able to get the shots though. And this A site take is just going downhill, and Incept will take the round out. Really nice that I finally saw what I wanted from Brimstone there, a fast push towards the site. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get those quick entries that they needed to be able to change it over into their favour, and Incept were able to simply just take them out. Incept definitely showing their dominance here. I mean, we've seen Brimstone go up against some CGI and CGM teams, but I think maybe a CGP team might just be a little bit outside their league here. We see Janitor with the AWP there, expecting a push into A main possibly, and if he does wait long enough, he may actually be met with a push, but unfortunately he's going to be flashed. But Chaotic didn't know where it came from, but then had enough time after the flash went out, and he's going to be able to recover that AWP, and this is not going to be good for Insanity as he pushes through with the bomb, and the bomb is actually all the way in T-spawn. Zudmeister, very nice shot onto Frisky there.
They're trying here, but at the moment, Incept, they are kind of reading the plays and just picking them off one by one and then running away. It's a very solid way of playing. It's almost getting a lot of reward for almost no risk on the CT side. They finally did manage to do an aggressive play over an A main, but even then we didn't see much of a contest there from Brimstone's side. One player pushed all the way up hiding, just misses the shot, gets taken out for that mistake of his, and then another player rushing all the way out, and Insanity, I think it was, yeah, he just got taken out there, and we see a lot going the way of Incept, and almost nothing in return. If we look at the last previous rounds, Incept survived with 5 people last round, 3 people the round before, 3 people the round before, and their economy is looking amazing. Really controlling the game at the moment. Brimstone having a hard time trying to find a way in. What do you think they need to do? They're doing the smart thing at the moment of saving these weapons due to their economy. They're not going to have much next round, and they have a lot of utility on them.
Chaotic, though, is definitely ready to try and take these weapons out of their hands, and I think that if he does, it's going to be after the timer goes down, but no, Barry is there to stop them losing those weapons, and the pause will come out.
Brimstone, yeah, they've called attack pause here, I'm guessing. They need to do, to be honest, they need to do a quick fake on a site. At the moment, it seems Incept's rotates are done very, very quick, because they're confident in having one man on the site to be able to hold it off. So I think maybe a set of A smokes and then rotating to B, either faking an A split and then sending the 2 players that were mid, when no one's looking through vent, and obviously rotating the ones that throw the smokes for A out. And doing like a fake B split maybe could work and catch Incept off guard, because at the moment their rotates are so quick that Brimstone just need to force those rotates out and hit where they're going to be rotating from.
I feel, though, that in order to sell a rotate to a team like Incept, you are going to have to sacrifice one player.
You'll have to commit one player through A main and or Squeaky. I feel Squeaky, when you're doing a fake, it's something you can do, because even when they're pushing a site, a lot of the time teams, they'll leave that Squeaky man just to anchor in case everything goes wrong. So you open the door, you spam shots through, you throw flashes through, that sort of stuff, just to keep those CTs on the site and anchor them down.
And possibly draw another one over from that mid-highway area to focus on the A site, pre-aim the squeaky door from highway there. The pause has come out, and we will see if Brimstone are able to make something of this round now. They have lost 6 in a row after taking the first round off of Incept, so the round loss bonus is definitely keeping them afloat here.
Oh yeah, Brimstone after losing that that second round after pistol, it shakes you up a little. It makes you realise, like, shit, you know, these are good teams we're versing, and okay, trying to spray through smoke there. And the door, might as well. Got plenty of ammo.
Again, we see Brimstone playing a very passive setup, expecting Incept to be aggressive, being 6 rounds up on them, but Incept's not going to be, but Insanity is going to get a beautiful shot there onto Chaotic in mid, and that will finally give Brimstone the man advantage in this round here.
So, we need a couple more shots like that, insane shots coming out from Insanity just before that smoke pops, and Walsh maybe waiting for that squeaky push. It's not going to happen though. They do have one man in quad and one man on highway.
Molotov does come out a very... That was definitely way too early for that Molotov. And the smokes onto the A site will be going out now. And those are 3 beautiful smokes that should cut off the angle. But I think Zud might actually have line here on the left side of that smoke. But he will go down to Dr. Janitor, cleaning up Zudmeister, but Elixir up on Catwalk there is going to be able to help hold this site while the bomb is planted, and it is now a 2v3 retake. Flash goes down, and Frisky gets a shot while almost completely blind, but Cool Jinx is there to take Frisky out. It's going to be up to Azza now, playing from back in A main, does get the shot onto Elixir, a very important frag there. Molotov will go out, but I don't think that's going to actually hit.
Gonna hold it.
The
wow.
Diffuser, and Diffuse does go through.
Well, you know, pro leagues don't fake.
No, pros don't fake.
You know, I'd like to... In that situation for Zudemeister, I don't like the idea of actually smoking off... coils, I think it's called. Yeah, coils. I don't like the idea of smoking off back of A side, purely for the idea that
if you're one way,
if you're hide, no, it's not the one way. If Zudemeister decides to sit back and hide on the ledge, it's such an overpowered position. The terrorists, when they push through that smoke, are at their disadvantage, and with a CZ, you're able to easily pop heads. He didn't do it that time. He tried to play the aggressive angle, knowing his teammates can rotate in time, but I think a Molotov to clear that off is a lot more effective, because it forces them out and forces them into an angle where you're pre-aiming to get the frag. Obviously, maybe not having enough money there, Brimstone, but it's a lot safer. Now, Brimstone playing the same thing they've been doing for these last couple of rounds, maybe just trying to get a feel of the Incept side and not able to get a grasp on it.
I feel, though, 9 rounds in, you should have a grasp on the way that Incept are playing by now, and you should have adjusted, and it seems like Brimstone are just sticking to what they know, and Incept are just definitely punishing them for that. Incept are that higher caliber of a team that playing for picks and spreading out like that, once you've been read and they know that's what you're going to be going for, they're not going to play aggressive whatsoever. They're going to let you come to them, because that's what you have to do on your T side. You see Barry with a nice spam shot down into highway there. Isn't going to find anyone, and Cool Jinx will get one from Catwalk, but Insanity is there to pick up the refrag, and Janitor with a nice 180 onto
So here's
Chaotic.
the issue at the moment. Brimstone, they're being told to rush, get onto the site, push. And in doing so, they're actually running into their own nades there. two of their players taking about 20 damage from running into their own Molotovs to get onto the site, and combined with Incept's perfect pre-nade in there, which tagged a lot of players down to low health. I mean, it's just easy pickup frags from there on out for the rotators on Incept's side, and Brimstone getting a bit frazzled here, not quite knowing what to do, and getting sprayed through the smoke by Chaotic there. Lovely shot from him. Now pushing through mid. This is a nice eco push. Good teamwork here from the 2Ks in mid. That is Cool Jinx and Chaotic. They're doing quite good in a lovely flash there to save his bacon as Azza manages to pick up an M4. Can he get another frag here? That's all he wants. Molotov comes out. He's going to do a bit of damage. They know he's stuck in that corner. Jumps onto the block and gets sprayed through by Malta. Well played by the counter-terrorist side to just halter that mid push. And it was a nice try there from Brimstone. Definitely. I think mid pushes on the eco aren't the best thing to do. Without armor in the long range position and easy rotates, it's the easiest position to rotate to from either bomb site. Obviously easier down highway and through Zcon than it is from B. It just means on an eco round you're just going to get shredded when you try and push. Now they're doing what they did before and just splitting up, trying to get picks here, Brimstone, and it hasn't worked out before. I don't think it's going to work out again. Maybe an aggressive play. Lovely flash here. It is going to pop the two counter-terrorists through. He was completely blind, and the trade comes out here in the favor of Incept as they manage to get 3 players down quickly, but Brimstone fire back with 2. I mean, your thoughts on this round?
Spamming checkers there. I feel that Brimstone definitely should save those 2 rifles. If they can get a CT to come towards them and get a frag here, though, I feel that the bomb will go straight to that A site. And we could actually see the bomb go down, and a very nice play here from Brimstone. Having all 3 CTs be distracted by that one player there in checkers is going to allow Insanity to go get that plant. Frisky is going to be all alone on that B site. He is able to get out of there alive, and that should give an indication to the CTs that it is going to be an A site plant, and he has been caught out now. And we do see the players rotating through to that A site, and that is not going to be good for Insanity. We do see him, I believe, going for the plant now, but that Molotov is going to stop him from planting, and I feel like Brimstone definitely waited too long here to get that rotate over to the B site. I feel Frisky should have stayed on the A site. I feel Frisky should have stayed on the B site to sell that fake. Insanity with a very nice shot into Elixir though, and Zud is going to be the last man, but Frisky will take both him and Chaotic out and finally take a second round here for Brimstone. So that was very well played by both Frisky and Insanity there. I did feel like that was starting to go in Incept's favour, having played the way they did with that very slow A push and letting the CTs actually rotate back onto the site. But at the end of the day, Brimstone were able to take it out. Now, the issue that they have is Incept have been able to build up such an economy and the momentum that they
won't
have.
To eco.
They won't have to eco for the remainder of the game now, so they're going to have to win the remaining 3 rounds.
Actually, no. I say that Brimstone doing a nice amount of damage all these rounds before that I've actually looked at. Yeah, look. 1 frag, 2 frag, and all counter-terror is down. So the economy is not that great on Incept's side. If Brimstone can take the next one, if they lose this, their win-loss is gone. And that's the thing. It's going to be dire straits if Brimstone lose this next round. But if they can take it, Incept are going to spend a lot of money next round. They'll still probably be able to buy one after that. But they might get 1 eco out here from them. And we do see lovely trades coming in from Brimstone. They push onto the side, but Zudemeister to get 1. Can they get any more? Chaotic rotating through that CT main. 1 man up in heaven. Looking to get the shot. Nice spray there from Chaotic. He sees his legs. Oh god, and the Molotov forcing out Dr. Janitor. Zudemeister gets the frag. It's up to Frisky. He gets 1, but he can't get any more. And the bomb will be defused here from Incept's side. 10-2. This will put Brimstone in a very bad situation with their economy. And in fact, as you said, now their economy is solidified almost on Incept's side, winning this round.
Indeed. Both, I believe, yep, Elixir and Man from Malta sitting back up on the 9k. Malta buys, and he has 3k left here, so even if they were to lose this round now, they definitely will have a buy for the remainder of the game here. It will be players buying other players, but regardless, Brimstone are going to be under the pump here to try and actually take any remaining rounds of this half.
Now, I would like...
What do you feel like's damaging the most here? Do you feel that Incept being, I guess, in their preparation stage for CGPL is giving them the upper hand here? I feel they would have spent a lot more time than Brimstone would have, I believe, in prac and training, purely for the fact that the CGP League is of a higher caliber than the CGA League. And with CGA, you can sometimes have a bit more of a relaxed game and relaxed training schedule.
Also, in saying that, there has been a lot of demos lately for the team to study. Not that they would for ESEA, but I have a feeling, being a higher ranked team like Incept, they would have maybe looked over a demo or two, or how Brimstone have played, and done a little bit of research. You know, it's on the ESEA, like, yeah.
I believe in preparation for CGP as well. They
wow,
Malta in a great spot there.
Lovely double spray down as we see a fake trying to come out here from the terrorist, but it's completely shattered by man from Malta and Chaotic on the A site. It's up to 2 men left now. Janitor, he has to clean up the mess that is left. Like,
the patience on Incept, and especially man from Malta there, letting the one go past and waiting for his chance to actually get the spray down on 2 completely unaware T's. Barry Walsh here. He's going to be able to get a nice shot with the help of Dr. Janitor, but Barry will go down, but Janitor will get the refrag onto Chaotic. It's going to be up to Cool Jinx here, and he will take down Janitor and the bomb, and the round will go out to Incept.
So I'm actually surprised. Brimstone, they've been like splitting up throughout the entire match, stopping Incept from playing any aggressive plays, but as soon as they leave a gap in their defense, we see man from Malta just take it on the B side, pushes up all the way towards Sunroom, and sits there with his M4 waiting for 2 players to walk past, and it's an easy double frag. Now, going into this 14th round, I don't know what Brimstone can do here. Lovely shot there from Azza, and this is it.
Azza is going to be the one man that leads the charge, and that opens up the B site, and it seems the CTs are going to be playing the retake very fast, though. The bomb hasn't even gone down, and Cool Jinx is already out onto site, trying to get a frag down onto Janitor, but Janitor responds with, "No, you're not getting me from up there, friend." Hands the rifle off to the player with the higher health. That is a great move by Janitor there, knowing that he's going to be going down from a sneeze or even just a loose nade, and Insanity puts it to good use. Frisky stops Chaotic from pushing in and takes out Zud in heaven. Brimstone will take out another round, 3-11. Now, do you feel that even if they can win this last round, that is enough to actually be able to cobble something together on their CT? We've seen this multiple times in the last couple nights, that teams have been able to demolish on one side, and then when they switch over, they have trouble repeating that performance. Do you feel we'll see that from Incept?
Their buy situation is a lot better for this final round, because they didn't lose a single player on the round before, and gives you a lot of confidence. But in saying that, losing Insanity straight up is not going to give you any confidence for that Brimstone side, and they are setting up for that B take, hoping that they would have peaked like they did the round before. I don't think Incept's going to make that same mistake, though. We saw with a team like Brimstone, you make those 1 or 2 mistakes, and it really gives you up. But waiting for the boost, and he still hits it. Well played there from Incept. Brimstone knowing the boost is coming out, but just can't counter it. It's such an overpowered boost almost when you can get up there. Nice flash here.
With a very nice flash here. He's going to get the double frag. The nade will go out, but that will do enough damage to Barry that Chaotic can just clean it up afterwards.
12-3 on that half. That has got to sting a little. Brimstone, of course, Incept being a much higher team. Obviously, they are showing it in this game. We could see it being a slightly CT-sided map, I like to think, with Keish. Maybe Brimstone can come back. They obviously, I think the pistol round is almost crucial to their comeback, but we will see.
The first 3 are definitely crucial, and it's also going to depend on the way that Incept decide to play this. If they decide
They'll force if they lose the pistol.
Yeah, I believe they will force if they lose the pistol, and if they do, that's definitely going to give Brimstone a chance to win that second round and cause some damage to the economy and start the eco on the third round, that's very beneficial to Brimstone here. Keep the rifles out of Incept's hands for as long as possible.
So, I wonder if we're going to see any aggressive plays coming out here from Brimstone's side. We have 4 armor, 1 nade, and a kit.
Very smart
So
buy there from Brimstone. Not investing in any weapons, but investing in a good amount of utilities for a pistol round there. Knowing that the Glock chain can do so much damage, and if they're not aiming for the head, that armor will help them immensely.
although the
Now,
play
this
is
is
on
what we are
Incept
seeing
side.
here from Incept that we never saw from Brimstone. A coordinated push onto one side and playing it still slow. They are going to put the smokes out. Flashes will come out on the site. And Cool Chicks with a very nice two-piece for him onto Insanity and Janitor is going to be able to get the third onto Barry Walsh. Sorry, that was Elixir actually, got the third onto Barry Walsh. It's going to be up to Chaotic now to get the frag onto Azza, and he does indeed. Now, Frisky gets at least one onto Man from Malta, and that's definitely what they needed. Gets another one onto Chaotic. That was a beautiful shot there. T-side in a very nice hold there. Two over towards the truck and one on the side. His attention's drawn towards the two truck players, and the one from the middle of the side is able to just peek and shoot him.
We should see Brimstone eco this. We have one player that's bought no. No, they are going to force. They don't want to take this to overtime, which is fair enough.
They don't want to be playing anywhere near match point. They want to keep them as far away from it as possible, because a team like Incept, when they get close to match point, you know that they will start to be, I think, more aggressive. And we do see a lot of aggression here on that B site from Brimstone.
I just had someone walking. Excuse me.
Janitor, though,
someone walk into my
in
room
a great
with
spot
Gumption
here,
and Rockmelon.
takes out Man from Malta, while Barry Walsh takes out Elixir as well. And this is a great round here for Brimstone, taking out two already. They have the man advantage, but Barry Walsh is tagged down to 15. They have completely halted that B push now, and the T side are readjusting, trying to figure out, is it still worth trying to get another frag on that B site and enter there, or are we going to go for an A site take? But I think we'll see a vent push here. And Barry Walsh in a great spot gets a nice shot there onto Zudmeister while he's unsuspecting, but Chaotic will be there to get the refrag, and it's, I want to say, in the favour of Brimstone here, but with Azza as low as he is, and with Janitor only with a P250, he does go down as well. So it's going to be all up to Azza with that oomph at the back.
He kind of needs to win this. He really does. Azza, for his team to be able to get back in this, he needs this round, and he's gonna dig him out.
Yeah, playing mind games with Azza, he leaves sight just enough to make Azza think, is it an A? Yeah, it should be an A. But Azza, he is wise to a team such as Incept, but I think that Chaotic should almost caught him out there, but decided to actually turn away, because only with 20 seconds left, he does need to make it to a site. And
very smart play.
Yeah, Chaotic's going to make it there with seconds to spare. The plant will go down, and Azza will be playing this retake with no utilities, 22 HP, and this oomph.
So we got a 3k here. He's looking for the 4k Chaotic to clutch this round, and he's got the information on where that player is. We're going to see him peek. I guarantee you he's going to try and peek him out and get him before he comes close. That's where you don't want them to be with that oomph. He peeks the wrong side, though, and he's going to know now, and lovely shot from Chaotic. Close up with the Azza had a chance there, but just not managing to hit the head as he quickly peeks that corner. And going into this next round, it's really, really bad here for Brimstone. They're going to have to force again to try and stop match point. We got one Deagle on Azza, 157 on Janitor. Both players with armor, only one with a helmet though.
I feel like everyone else definitely needs to eco here, because if they lose this, they are going to be ecoing again on match point. And that's really not ideal. I mean, if they had saved the previous round, they would actually have a bye now. But instead, they decided to try and force up and stop Incept at 13, and it has cost them, I'm going to say, the game. Because if Incept can take this round out from Brimstone here, Brimstone are going to have almost nothing. And we are going to see Barry buy as well. One player on 0, Azza and Barry on 150, and if Frisky and Insanity buy, I feel like this tack pause as well, if it is a tack pause, it should be, was called by Brimstone, trying to figure out how they're going to play this eco here. And what do you feel the best way to play this would be on the CT side? Do you feel a passive setup's going to reward them, or some aggression towards either? I think mid, like cutting the map in half for Incept and trying to at least get a kill, and definitely pick up the weapon. I do not want to see Brimstone take a player out and not try and secure the weapon, because right now, even recovering just that, say, Tech 9 from Zud or Man from Malta...
I mean, look at the
would be
ping on the
preferable.
players, though. 600 on Frisky. I think the servers maybe have some issues. Chaotic leaves.
Yep, so I
Definitely
believe it actually,
AMD-based system. Poor guy.
yeah, so I believe it definitely is not attack pause here, but Brimstone should be using it as such.
Well, 700 ping on Frisky. I mean, he's not going to be able to do much.
Believe they will wait for that to go down. I think the player that disconnected from Incept as well was having some technical issues.
He's got some delicious rock melon here.
Now, Frisky's ping seems to be holding steady at 780, dropping now, but whether or not that will actually stay consistent for these last 2 rounds, they definitely cannot afford any issues like this with being at such a deficit at the moment.
I mean, it's almost over for them anyway. Incept doing a great job of this game. Not giving up much information, but at the same time collecting a lot for themselves.
Showing us definitely that they are ready to rock in the CGP.
It'd be nice to see them versing some high-level teams like Team Immunity and that.
Oh, indeed. It's going to be interesting to see if they can bring this again when they do verse other teams within the CGP bracket. I expect possibly Incept to finish rather high this year, and we might even actually see them attend a LAN event as well at the end of CGP. So I do believe Frisky's ping is down to the 250 now, but it is still holding steady around that. We still have not seen the player from Incept return yet.
Maybe he's not. Hashtag forfeit by default.
They would 4v5 it, and I'm pretty sure that they would either take it to OT.
Yeah, we've seen that
player...
happen before, though, where the
We
4v5
have.
does not come out. And looking at these lovely, lovely new weird fire coins. I've got one myself. What are they called? Wildfire.
Operation Wildfire, yep. So I'm really loving the maps that they've added.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad that Santori was
Well,
added.
they've gone on more the competitive basis, which I really like. Like, Centauri and Tulip, both those maps. Tulip's a bit half-off, I'm not too sure at the moment. Both of them can be played on a competitive standpoint.
I've already played quite a few games of competitive of Santori today, and having have played some of that in ESEA Pugs and on various community servers as well, it really does give those players an advantage over everyone who's playing it for the first time now. And I honestly want to see that map added to the official map pool, because it's definitely about time for something fresh. And I know people will claim that Nuke's just been revamped, but it's still not a new map, and that's something that we have yet to have for a while in Go anyway, is a new, truly competitive map. And it is a very beautiful map too. The map makers, you can tell that they took real pride in that map, and they put a lot of work and a lot of thought into the layout and the path, and even small things like the sound pack for that map is outstanding. If you have a 7.1 channel headset, you are a god, purely because of how many differences in material are layered throughout the map. You can almost pinpoint where
his team
any player is.
A speech here. I don't know if you can see it, showing them how to move and boogie. He's in love with Dakoko. Seriously though, what do you reckon Az is saying to the Brimstone side at the moment? Motivational speech or what?
I think it's more trying to communicate to Frisky, because they definitely cannot afford to have him lagging out.
Frisky, are you
14,
here?
At 14-14, he is single-handedly trying to carry this team to victory.
Oh god.
And if he's not going to be able to get his ping issue sorted at some point, they will be forced to play on.
Maybe the sheer amount of weight is what's giving him the lag at the moment.
I'm not too sure how long ESEA does allow in their pauses, but I know that at some point it will force the game to play. So hopefully they can get that ping issue sorted. Otherwise, we are going to see them having to enter these last 2 rounds, possibly without their star fragger at the moment. and that's really going to hurt them. They are already at such a deficit that they cannot afford any issues like that whatsoever.
The counter-terrorists, if you go close to their eyes, they always look so worried, and I think I know why, because Brimstone, the situation they're in is not a good situation. If they want to win this, Frisky needs to stop lagging, and I think we see it going down now, slowly going to below 100. Wow, it's like literally going down in one ping every like second, but we do see they need to win this round. Force Incept onto an eco, which they might not be able to do, because I'd imagine Incept would force buy the next round after, even if they were to lose, and probably keep force buying. So it's really an uphill battle here for Brimstone. Frisky did drop from the server again. He did time out, so
I believe he is definitely having some connection issues there, so I think there might be a bit of leeway for both sides here. Incept were having some technical issues themselves, and I think they would be understanding to the technical issues also on Brimstone's side. It's definitely going to be interesting to see if these issues are resolved before, I believe, the start of CGP. And also, I know you in particular, Hectic, are a little bit worried about the WA Gamers Draftland this weekend if they have AMD based systems.
Oh, look, in the end, what it is if your PC's powerful, like an AMD based system that's like of high spec, just turn everything to low, and most of the time you won't have an issue. And obviously you have to make sure multi-core rendering is turned off. It's just, yeah, another game that doesn't work well on AMD systems. So, I mean, WA Gamers Draftland this weekend, I do believe it's probably Intel and Nvidia. I wouldn't believe it'd be AMD. Most people don't tend to make AMD systems for this reason, or at least most companies don't.
Whoa! Oh, damn it! Damn it!
What's up, bruh?
Fucking a tweet that wasn't meant to go out went out.
Love it, man.
And now I can't see it.
So, I mean,
hurry.
Ooh, what is happening with the inside of this? Is that a new thing? I haven't seen that before. It's creepy. It's like a tree. Maybe we can tell how old the counter-terrorist is from the rings in his arms.
There we go.
People on stream will know what I'm talking about. Just spinning here, Azza. I mean, let's speak about Cache for a bit. What's your thoughts on Cache? Do you like the map? Do you hate the map?
I'm not that big of a fan of it. It's not one that I'll always put into the queue of maps when I am queuing in particular. I find that I don't have any problem playing it. It's just more, it is heavily, I find, the comeback on T side. So if you can actually, you know, still get a few rounds like Brimstone have, you do need more than 3, I find, though, to be able to complete the comeback when you go over to the T side. But unfortunately, when you start on T side and you're unable to actually get those rounds and get that momentum, and then you switch over, it's really not forgiving for a CT side comeback.
Definitely not. No, it is one of those maps where if you do get wrecked from the T side, it is very hard, as you say, to come back. And half the reason why it's hard to come back is you can control the side equally as much as you can from the T side. Like, you can force the counter-terrorists to early rotate to a bomb site, and you can force them to play those either passive or aggressive angles. You smoke off the passive areas, and then you force them forward, or you force them back even further, giving you options to push into the site. And we just didn't see that a lot from Brimstone. They were getting quite stuck and a bit too structured, maybe, in their play style. A bit too much of, you go here at the start of the round, wait till this time, then you pull back and pull out a smoke and smoke here. Like, maybe just a basic, let's do a fake A and go towards B. If anyone can throw some smokes over, would have been more beneficial on the Brimstone side. Of course, I'm not too sure. It really did look like a lot of out-aim coming in as well here from the Incept guys, just knowing the crossfires and knowing how to play with each other. Cache is just one of those maps where if you give the terrorists too much leeway, you're going to give it away. But if you do what Incept does, which is you put the pressure on only when it's needed and pull back as soon as, like, anything happens, any damage go out or anything. Like, if a nade comes in, one person gets pre-naded, they pulled all the way back to the site and just played completely passive. But
I also feel a team like Incept, that Cache will actually be a map that we will see come out from them in their map pool during CGP. I feel most Australian CSGO teams, their map pool consists of what I consider the three main, Inferno, Mirage, and Cache. Dust 2,
yeah.
I almost always see as it's just you're on par. Everyone knows that map too well, so you're always going to want to try and either veto that or remove that from the equation.
Or, you know, if you're being a smart team,
I find Inferno really favours well put together strats and very good CT side as well. If you can deny enough T rounds, you are almost always guaranteed victory. But we have actually seen that start to change with teams realising that that's the case and starting to focus on their T side to be able to counter that very strong CT hold on Inferno. I feel, though, that Incept's map pool will consist during CGP of mainly, would see, I think, Mirage, Cache, and Inferno, purely because those are three maps that they can control the pace of the game from either side. I mean, we saw them do it on their T side, and we also saw them do it on their CT side. They are always controlling the pace of the game and playing mind games with the sites and with the CTs. And Brimstone, we've seen them compete at teams that are almost at Incept's level, CGI and CGM, but it seems like the preparation and the amount of time that Incept are putting in, and I believe it is to do with the preparation for CGP. I feel like at the moment, most CGP teams are balls to the wall with training, and I don't feel a team like Brimstone would be as balls to the wall for CGA as a team such as Incept would be for CGP.
No, not at all. And the other thing is Brimstone maybe going into this game thinking, let's just have some fun, boys. We know we're not going to win, so let's just keep our morale high and make it give us a bad day. And
when we played in Season 20 of ESEA, that was the view that we had almost every single game that we were going into, purely for the fact that we were going up against people like Chiefs and other top
we were going to lose, like
Division 1 teams. We knew that we were going to lose, but what we focused on was that we are here to learn, we are here to gain experience, and we are here to honestly be happy about those 7 kills onto CGP level players that we are getting from down here in CGA.
Well, I mean, yeah, true. It was pretty bad, but I mean, at that same point,
it was a massacre. But last year's ESEA Open did honestly consist of most of Division 1 and 2, and I think that Brimstone having made their way through, and now teams such as Incept,
they've had to sub out Frisky for Unique. So that's interesting.
So we do see their sub come in, and I believe they would have had to have run that past the other team and through ESEA, so that is all good, I do believe. So we will see if Unique can bring anything to the table, and that is honestly, I think, going to either really help them or really hurt them, because they did just lose their star fragger, but they gained another player with a fresh set of eyes, and that may be what they need here. And it seems like the man from Malta is going to put a stop to that new player straight away before he's even got a chance to do anything, and Zud will take out Barry as well.
This isn't looking good for Brimstone at the moment. I mean, as they're not able to hit any shots, and Insanity, he picks up 2, but I don't think he's going to be able to get any more. He's spraying and...
And we will see Incept take it to match point now.
Team kill coming out there from Chaotic. Really not caring much about this game. I'd like to see Unique come out of nowhere and just decimate the
Unique single-handedly take them into OT would be an amazing...
I'd sit here pissing myself. Like, I wouldn't stop laughing.
Oh no, it would be amazing.
You know what's going to be even amazing?
And the VODs would just be outstanding.
if Unique doesn't get a kill and ends an ESEA game without a kill, because that's
No.
still...
He's come in 2 rounds before.
Yeah,
there.
I know.
You can understand that.
It's having a bit of
With
friendly
Man from
banter.
Malta putting a stop to him almost instantly in that first round that he joined in, he almost didn't even actually have a chance to shine. So Brimstone already at the man
Gets one, though.
disadvantage, losing Insanity. But as we speak of it, the man himself, Unique, gets a very nice shot onto Elixir.
While hiding Azza on the site, he manages to get one. That is the bomb down. He's probably going to stretch for that AK. It's going to be the bad idea as Man from Malta pushes up to the site, and it's all up to Janitor to keep them in this game.
The stretch there for the AK is what cost him his life.
He should have just sat back with the 5-7, but...
Should have just sat back and waited for them to push him. They were ready for him to try and take the weapon, and
wow,
once
and
they
that's
did,
it.
they were able to close out that round, and they will take the match 16-3.
Well, I mean,
That's-
Unique got a kill before the game ended, so...
He did. You didn't jinx him, so that is good. I like seeing that, you know, the caster's curse doesn't affect him right now.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that maybe that game was plagued with a lot of technical issues from both sides, but Incept being the higher level team were able to focus more and play through the problems, whereas Brimstone being at such a deficit, having issues like that pile on top of them just really affected their ability to actually really throw anything at Incept and try and bring that game back.
Now, the next server is up. That is right.